with 1:21 to go. The kid is doing all right as we get some pushing and shoving. A union meeting here saying, I hope we make a lot of money at this tournament.
See all those jerseys up there, guys? Look at this. We're doing great. JT Miller, you said, was at the top of his crease. He didn't leave the top of the crease of Samuel Harrison for about 35 seconds on that shift, just following, and then created the scrum after the whistle, as we've seen JT do over the years in the numerous jerseys that he's played in. Now the New York Rangers. Really good job by Harrison, looking through it, looking around it, finding the puck, smothering, and he's up to 12 shots against on the night.
Well, if anybody was wondering or worried about the Swedish, as Ozzy says, give a rip meter, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And like you said, guys like Hedman and Philip Forsberg making sure as Nylander chops it into the zone, right on Ottinger, and he's taking no chances, and he'll hang on with a $1:14 to go, face off to his left.
No, and there's always circumstances on the outside, and we see it in the National Hockey League all the time later in the season when teams are out of the playoffs and they're losing. There's roster change, there's lineup moves, and there's guys that maybe could play but don't play, and we're looking at that from both of these teams with the sickness and the injuries that are 80%. But when you get out on the ice and when the puck gets dropped, you're going to go and you're going to compete and you want to win.
Face-off won by JT Miller. The high flip there by Jacob Slavin on the stick of Victor Hedman. Hedman to Carlson. Trocheck gets in the way, steals it, and then Nylander steals it back, brings it in. Down the left wing, stops in the circle. In the slot, scores! Jesper Bratt from William Nylander. What a shot! 2-1 Sweden.
And it's another turnover, Steve. It's happened twice in this game now from Team USA's point of view. This time a turnover in the neutral zone. And this is the big difference, best on best, right? How quickly you go the other way on these turnovers. We've seen it over the last 6 days. It's an incredible job by Nylander, picking up the puck, pulling up at the hash marks. Faber can't close out, and Bratt just finds the soft area. JT Miller comes across and tries to close on Nylander, which opens up Bratt, and he absolutely rips it up and over the left shoulder of Jake Ottinger, far side. 2-1 Sweden in the last minute of play.
Devils winger was a 6th-round pick in 2016. Seasons of 73, 73, and 83 points. Playing against, of course, his buddy Jack Hughes in this hockey game. Here's Carlson, kind of fumbles it, has to play it back to Gustav Forsling. Gets it up to Adrian Kempe. Kings winger gets it in. 30 seconds to go. 2-1 Sweden after the quick goal by Chris Kreider. I thought the U.S. was going to blow the Swedes out of the building.
We sold it to other 18,000 people in this building at that point, but give a lot of credit to Sam Harrison, who made some big saves after that and allowed his team into it, and then the rest of Team Sweden for getting themselves into this game.
Lucas Raymond at center just plays it off the boards to Fox, and I think he's just going to kill the clock here with the Swedes taking a lead. 11 to 8 shots on goal after the first goal on Samuel Ersson. He settled it nicely.
He absolutely did, and big saves, dealing with traffic in front. He's got to feel great about his first period. Team Sweden has to feel great about the way they fought back and pushed back. And on the other side, Team USA dealing with the Brady Tkachuk scare, dealing with a few turnovers. Again, those are the little things that you want to clean up. You don't want to be giving free chances to Sweden. If you lose, you lose, but you want to be getting those pucks in deep. You want to be playing more of a simple game from my point of view.
So, hopefully everything is okay with Brady Tkachuk. When he left, we were worried. We're going to monitor that situation. Any chance in your mind they might say, you know what, we're going to get through with 10 forwards and not take any chances for Thursday?
I think that would be the last resort if they were going to do it that way. It would have to be an opportunity to make the injury worse, to the point where he couldn't play on Thursday. I would want him in the lineup. I would want him eating a few minutes for everybody over the next 40 minutes.
Joining us now, Wild Forward has had a great tournament so far, Matt Boldy. Matt, you can't ask for a better start. Chris Kreider on the rebound makes it 1-0, and the building was alive.
This is Norhampton. Sorry, guys.
Oh, they told me Matt Boldy. So anyway, no Noah, same question for you. I know you're a wannabe actor anyway. You can handle any of this stuff. What a start for Chris Kreider into the tournament.
Yeah, no, he was not good. You know, that guy goes to real powerful, and it was a big goal for us early in the period. We kind of let it slide a little bit there towards the end, but just got to regroup here and get back to it.
No, what's the focus going into this period? He gave up that late goal. Otherwise, pretty good period. Sam Harrison did a good job down at the other end. What's the focus here in the second?
Yeah, I think we should get back to possessing the puck, playing good solid D, and they're a really skilled team over there. You can't give them too much time and space, or else they're going to make plays. So just got to regroup, maybe go over a few things, and back out there.
Noah, thanks for this continued success, and we'll talk to you again soon. Noah Hannafin of the United States, 2-1 Sweden after 20 minutes of play. Scott Laughlin, first intermission report, is next.
I'm Katie Nolan, and I have a new podcast called Casuals. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Casuals is a twice-a-week hang with me and my friends from across comedy, sports, and entertainment, where we talk about all the funny, weird, interesting stuff happening in and around the world of sports. So whether you're a diehard fan or just vaguely sports curious, Casuals is the podcast for you. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
The best player analysts and insiders live on NHL Network Radio. Mike Johnson.
I'm going to start my campaign for Zach Werenski for the Norris Trophy. I think it's time. He currently has the most goals by defenseman. This is not the 84 Oilers he plays for. This is the 25 Blue Jackets. And this may be the most important part. He's got his team in the playoffs.
Get the latest opinion and analysis you need on the home of high, NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app.
Ohio Stadium, where the Wolverine and Buckeye States meet to throw fuel on a century-old rivalry. But this time, it's different. This time, the roles of red and blue are reversed. This time, it's hockey at the shoe. The Blue Jackets and Red Wings take it outside with the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Buy tickets now.
What if you could unlock over $1 million in personal and business credit? That's exactly what Ray Reynolds can do for you. I'm talking about protecting your family and building your business with $100,000 in personal or business cash credit. And Ray can help you rebuild your credit score to 750. Ray Reynolds isn't just any expert. He helped the security chief of TRW that became Experian, one of the most trusted credit bureaus. If you're looking to get your finances on track, Ray is the man you should call for a 750 credit score. Call Ray at 800-763-3716. 800-763-3716. Join his live webinars and attend his weekly workshops to learn the insider strategies for hitting your personal and business goals. Ready for a 750 credit score and your first $100,000 in credit? Call Ray Reynolds now at 800-763-3716. That's 800-763-3716.
Too many patients, unfortunately, have lost their lives by not having access to targeted cancer treatment. Most patients do not know all of their options. Invita's precision immunotherapy, genomics, and non-invasive surgery are working to protect and extend lives. I'm Dr. Dino Prado, and I personally welcome you to utilize our Precision Second Opinion and discover if Invita is right for you. Visit us at invita.com, ENVITA.com.
To the Four Nations Face-Off Intermission Report here on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Scott Laughlin joining you live here from TD Garden in Boston. The Four Nations Face-Off round-robin portion wrapping up tonight. And after 20 minutes of play, it's Team Sweden 2 and Team USA 1. And of concern for Team USA, the injury bug has hit again. More on that coming up in mere moments here as Brady Tkachuk is banged up, just like brother Matthew is banged up, just like Austin Matthews is banged up, just as it looked like Vinny Trocheck left the game early at the end of the period as well. We'll keep tabs on that here as we get set for period number 2. I've been impressed by the way the Swedes have played. Again, they really don't have anything but pride to play for on a night like this. Team USA, again, not the end of the world if you lose, but it is of more concern, certainly, if you lose players in advance of the much-anticipated rematch with Team Canada coming up on Thursday night. So in the first period, a good start for Team USA, as it turns out. A good start. We know that Chris Kreider was inserted into the lineup in place of the injured Matthew Tkachuk. And it was Chris Kreider making his mark on this hockey game in the opening seconds of the contest. Let's turn it back over to Steve Kouleas and Andrew Raycroft on the call.
Ottinger makes the save on Forsling. Eichel knocks it out. Here comes Zach Werenski. Right in on goal. Shot, save, rebound, they score! Guess who? Welcome to the tournament, Chris Kreider.
Yeah, this guy's scored a few big shorthanded goals during his career. This one not shorthanded, but this one just 35 seconds in, and Chris Kreider inserted into the lineup gets his goal from Zach Werenski. And for Werenski, he gets his 5th helper. Jack Eichel, his 4th assist of the tournament so far. And just 35 seconds in, what a start for Team USA. Now, moments after that, we should say that Dylan Larkin came in, and the Game 2 hero hit the goalpost against young Sam Ersson. Now, keep in mind, Ersson is starting because of the fact that Linus Ullmark is ill. Philip Gustafsson is healthy enough to back up, but he left the last game against Finland after what they say was an illness. So, Ersson, as a young goaltender, up against it. Under siege early on. Gives up the goal to Chris Kreider, and then moments later gets beaten, but is bailed out by his goalpost. It remained a 1-0 hockey game in favor of Team USA. It stayed 1-0 for the American squad until just under 14 minutes into the period.
Is Boldy back to Werenski with a shot. Rebound. Oh, what a save by Ersson as he robs Dylan Larkin from point-blank range.
And that's a big save by Sam Ersson to keep it a 1-0 lead. But as we say, under 14 minutes into the opening stanza, back would come Team Sweden to equalize. And it's a real good hand-eye coordination play by Gustav Nyquist, and the Nashville Predators veteran forward is able to redirect the puck past goaltender Jake Ottinger.
Up to Boldy, can't get it out. Arvidsson keeps it in to Carlson with a shot. Ottinger, he can't squeeze it, it goes in. A weak shot. Knocked in by Gustav Nyquist, and we're tied at 1.
So that was the redirect, and it was Arvidsson from the sideboards throwing it towards the net. And I was like Steve Kouleas. I was like, that's a bad goal that Ottinger just gave up. Upon further review, if you look closely on the replay, which we eventually did, you can see Nyquist was the guy who redirected the puck past Ottinger. He could get but just a piece of it, and it trickled over the line and into the net. For Nyquist, he gets his first of the tournament. From Erik Karlsson, EK65, with his 2nd helper of the tourney so far. And Arvidsson, as we say, with that shot that got redirected in the first place. Time of the goal was 13 minutes and 39 seconds. It was 1-1, and we started over. And it stayed that way until the final minute of the opening stanza.
Nylander steals it back, brings it in. Down the left wing, stops in the circle. In the slot, scores! Jesper Bratt from William Nylander. What a shot! 2-1 Sweden.
Yeah, so Jesper Bratt gets his first as well. Nylander gets his 2nd helper of the tournament. And Sweden had seized a 2-1 advantage. That goal comes at 19:04 of the opening period. And that would be it as far as the scoring was concerned in period number 1. 13-8 shots on goal in favor of Team USA. 13-8 shots on goal in favor of the American side. They won over 68% of the draws, but they find themselves down by 1 goal after 20 minutes of play. Each side serving 2 minutes. Each side failing on the power play, as it turned out. But the Swedes have themselves a 2-1 lead. Now, the big concern has to be for Team USA about Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk left the game. He, early in the first period, drove the net, was taken down, collided with the goalpost awkwardly, got up, holding his side, whether it was his hip or his ribs or what have you. Brady Tkachuk went off the ice, would soon go down the corridor towards the dressing room to get examined. To his credit, a number of minutes later, he returned to the bench. Then he took one 14-second shift right after that. 14 seconds, and then that was it. And then he played the role that his brother Matthew had in the last 13 minutes of the victory over Canada going back to Saturday night. He sat at the end of the bench, he opened and closed the gate, and then that was it for Brady Tkachuk. So it'll be interesting to see if he returns for Team USA in period number 2. Maybe he wants to be on the bench in support of his teammates. Maybe he takes the rest of the night off and works towards Thursday, like his brother, trying to get closer to 100% full health. And again, that's the question for Team USA. Matthews not playing tonight. Austin Matthews is not playing tonight. Now Brady Tkachuk is banged up, and who's going to be healthy enough to go in the return engagement against Team Canada coming up on Thursday? So the game is one thing. Health or lack thereof for Team USA is an entirely different discussion. Again, shots on goal in favor of the U.S., but they're down 2-1 after 20 minutes of play. The crowd very much behind USA. Early on in the first period, actually heard chants just beneath us in the stands of "We want Canada, we want Canada." Well, they're going to get Canada on Thursday night, but first they've got a second period, a third period, and who knows, maybe some bonus hockey, some extra hockey to play tonight against the Swedes. And Sweden's playing for pride right now. They're playing for the 3 crowns on the front of their sweater. Talking to Philip Forsberg before the game, he talked about the pride of putting on your sweater and trying to live up to those standards established over the decades by Swedish hockey. So it's 2-1 Team Sweden after 20 minutes of play. Coming up after a short break, we'll turn it back over to Steve Coulias and Razor Andrew Raycroft for the call of the second period of Team Sweden and Team USA here from TD Garden in Boston. You've been listening to the Four Nations Face-Off Intermission Report here on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Clear the distractions and reclaim your focus with Classical Studyscape, a channel filled with calm and soothing symphonic sounds to help you concentrate and stay on track. Classical Studyscape, one of over 200 extra channels, available anytime, at home with Sirius XM on your phone, computer, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Hockey 24/7 on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Playing in the Four Nations Face-Off for Team USA, Connor Hellebuck.
How do you feel about getting a chance to play for USA?
The type of hockey it's going to be fun. There's going to be some high-pressure games. You're going to be putting your country's jersey on. You're representing your country. I think we're going to have a great fan base around us. I'm really looking forward to what it brings.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on your schedule with the Sirius XM app.
Trump trades, rate cut trades, AI trades. All these trendy trades are hot, but they don't compare to the trades that stock market gurus John and Pete Najarian find every week with their unique option strategies. Winning strategies they put into their newest book, It's Not an Option. And today, this exciting book can be yours for free.
I'm John Najarian. Don't buy another stock before reading our newest book. And I'm Pete Najarian. When you see the returns you could be making on options versus stocks, you'll realize that in today's market, buying and holding stocks alone, it's not an option. After years on TV as the go-to options experts, we wrote our new book with simple, beginner-friendly option strategies that could take your investing returns to a whole new level. And today we'll give you a copy for free.
To see real stock versus option trade examples and get your free copy of John and Pete's new book, It's Not an Option, text NEWS to 80555 and just cover shipping. Text the word NEWS to 80555. Text NEWS to 80555.
Message and data rates may apply.
Attention investors. The RV and camping industry has exploded in the last several years. Close to 60 million people will take an RV trip this year. The demand for quality destinations to park these RVs can't keep up. Right now, if you are an accredited investor, you can participate in ownership of an RV park resort, earn potential double-digit returns paid quarterly, and also profit in the appreciation of the land and business. This is a real estate investor's dream with a proven track record and great Great news, participation in these RV parks are approved for IRAs, self-directed IRAs, and 401k plans. To learn more, please visit resortpropertiesgroup.com, resortpropertiesgroup.com. That's resortpropertiesgroup.com. Or call 888-307-1685. That's 888-307-1685. Again, visit resortpropertiesgroup.com. That's resortpropertiesgroup.com. Individual results may vary. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
Welcome back to SiriusXM NHL Network Radio's coverage of Four Nations Face-Off, Sweden versus USA. Now, time for second period action from TD Garden in Boston.
Welcome back to Boston. I'm Steve Koulias along with Andrew Raycroft and the rest of our SiriusXM crew. 2-1 Sweden, but that's not the story. Brady Tkachuk crashed into the post. Maybe got escape from Samuel Ersson. We're watching him. Vinny Trocheck as well. Already no Matthew, no Austin Matthews, and no Charlie McAvoy. What do you make of all this, Razor?
Well, it's catching up fast, and this is what happens when you have a few guys out of the lineup. A few more come out of the lineup quickly. It seems to snowball, and again, we're dealing with a situation tonight where the USA doesn't need to win this game, and they're managing for the game on Thursday night, so you're not quite sure how serious these injuries are of the two guys that have come off the lineup, gone down the tunnel. Is it for maintenance? Is it precautionary? Or is it something that could affect them over the next week or two?
Lindholm against Eichel on the draw. What about ice time as you start counting the players on the USA bench? It just looks thin where we are. We're going to get a lot of guys in the, well, put it this way. How much did, say, Sam Reinhart play for Team Canada?
That's right. Sam Reinhart was the leading forward for Team Canada earlier today. He got to 16:37. Right now, Jake Gensel's leading Team USA at over 8 minutes through one period. So the minutes are going to look a lot different. Again, 2 days rest, so it's not the end of the world, but it is an advantage if you're in the Canadian dressing room right now to see Team USA players playing more.
Jack Hughes in on the forecheck. Puck comes to the near side. Slavin keeps it in with the help of Gensel. Back behind the net for Kyle Connor. Miller with a big check in the far corner on Gustav Forsling. Miller with a lot of energy here to start the period. Remember, 35 seconds in, Chris Kreider scored to make it a 1-0 game. And at that point, we thought the USA might blow Sweden out of the building. But Nyquist with a deflection, his first of the tournament, and Jesper Bratt with a beauty from William Nylander. Here's Miller, centering for Hughes. He's checked by Leo Carlson, who's looked pretty good, the Ducks centerman. He'll give and go, Miller and Fox. Ranger teammates now. Puck comes to Lucas Raymond, and he just dumps it out.
Good pressure there from Team USA, tilting the ice early in the second period to get a quick change and take advantage of the long one to get back into the Sweden zone now.
Here's Dylan Larkin behind the net for Jack Hughes. To the point. Looking for Brock Nelson off the bench too far. Hughes will track it down himself. Tries to clear it. Hit Nylander. And it ended up on the stick of Nelson anyway. To Werenski. Tried to split the D right in on goal. But there's Joel Eriksson Ek with Hedman to negate the play. We're approaching the 2-minute mark of period number 2. 2-1 Sweden. Puck comes back to the point for Werenski. Went off his right skate. He goes in after it. Joel Eriksson Ek tries to chop it out. He can't. Werenski back to Larkin as a man in front. Larkin looking for Nelson. Right through him. Sanderson in front looking for Nelson. He couldn't handle the pass. Here's Larkin up top. Over to Sanderson. The Sens defenseman lets it go. It goes wide. Ricochets around the boards and comes back down to the U.S. zone.
A nice clear by Jake Sanderson for Team Sweden as they were heading into the zone on a long shift. Able to clear it out there by Sanderson's miss.
No icing as Chris Kreider, the goal scorer, goes in after it in the far corner. Gets it to Dylan Larkin. Back to the point to Slavin with a shot. Ersson catches that one. While we were away, as we get some more pushing and shoving in the intermission, they added 2 more shots. So I think that's 14, which means 13 out of 14 for Ersson. As we get some shenanigans here, nothing will come of it at the end of that play.
And just more importantly for Harrison, it's 12 in a row. After the shot rebound, the second shot of the day by Kreider going in, he's 12 for 12 here. More numbers for you is the 16 players that are on the bench and on the ice for Team USA, down 2. They have not come out of the dressing room, and to play with 16 guys for 40 minutes is a big ask.
So no Trocheck, no
Tkachuk.
Yes.
Both Tkachuks at this point now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brady has not come out of the tunnel, and neither did Trocheck for the second period.
Good eyes by you, my friend. So that is a huge storyline for obvious reasons. Oh, no, Trocheck came back.
There,
He came back. There he goes, because when you said 16, it should have been 15. So there you go. Razors recounting.
So my junior math let me down again. Cool, Steve.
Yeah, but that is Trocheck's first shift. So he did come out there 3 minutes into the period as that shot from Forsberg at the left point is blocked. Comes to Kreider. He resets. Gets it back to Jacob Slavin. Tries to find Kreider. Ends up on the stick of Eichel, who shoots it in. Kreider, Trocheck, and Eichel head to the bench. 2-1 for the Swedes as Karlsson has it now at center. He dumps it in. Victor Arvidsson going in after it. Getting help from Nyquist. He wins the battle. To Karlsson pinching in on the right point. Behind the net to Nyquist. Back to Karlsson, who's in the near corner. Joel Eriksson Ek juggles it, keeps it in. A breakaway for Hughes if they get it. And it just rolls off his stick. Hughes had Gensel with them.
Would have been a 2-on-0.
Here comes Arvidsson the other way. 3 Swedes are in. Arvidsson has Karlsson. Can't get it to the net, but he draws a penalty. Will be a penalty coming up unless the Swedes can put this one in the net. The puck ricochets out of play. 4 minutes in, Swedes get their second power play of the game.
At one end, Jack Hughes almost has a 2-on-0 with Gensel, unable to connect. Puck jumps over the stick. Harrison rims it around, and then they go right up to Arvidsson, who does a really nice job using his body, and then the stick gets underneath of Noah Hannifin's stick, gets underneath Arvidsson's arm. Sweden has an opportunity to extend the lead on the power play.
4 minutes exactly have been played here in the period. Elias Pettersson, Adrian Kempe, Forsberg, Victor Hedman, and 2 defensemen. That's Rasmus Dahlin at the left point. He's got it now. Up top for Hedman. Near side for Pettersson in the right wing circle. Back to Hedman, back to Pettersson. Fans on the return, being checked there by Faber. Leaves it for Hedman. Hedman coming in down the right wing circle. Stops up, goes back to his position. Gets it into Forsberg. Forsberg to Pettersson. He just gave it away to Brock Nelson. Says thank you very much. Shoots it down the ice. Hedman in his own zone. Banks it back for Elias Pettersson. Rink wide for Rasmus Dahlin. It goes off his skates, sent back down the ice, and the Swedes will have to try it again.
Yeah, unable to connect the passes in the neutral zone. It's death at this level. You need to be able to connect and get into the zone clean.
Jake Sanderson picks off that long feed from Rasmus Dahlin. Sends it in. Trocheck is in there on the forecheck, which is good news. It's second shift here in the period. At center, Rasmus Dahlin over to Kempe. Adrian Kempe, left wing circle. Gets it back to Karlsson. He was looking for the stick of Dahlin. It comes to Slavin, and he gets it out and down the ice as 35 seconds left in the minor penalty.
And Dahlin goes down in this right corner to the left of Jake Onger, and that's like you've mentioned it a couple times. It's about the 5th player that's gone down. Second game, ice is a factor in the second half of this game.
Here's Jesper Bratt. Gets it to Karlsson. To Nylander, right wing circle. Nylander back to Karlsson. That hopped over his stick and goes back and down the ice. And this should be it for the second power play. Are there issues there during the Bruin games?
Well, during the Bruins games, there was only one game a day. To have these guys, NHLers, playing on this ice surface twice in one day is certainly much more than the building's used to, the ice is used to, and it has to become a factor. A lot of people in and out of the building throughout the day. We've seen pucks bobble. We've seen guy goes down. It'll be interesting to see how that continues in the second half of this game.
13:40 to go here, period number 2. 2-1 for the Swedes as Eichel has the puck at center. In over the line. Nice play by Brodin to knock it off his stick. Ends up on the stick of Matthias Ekholm. The Oilers' stalwart defenseman gets it up to Victor Arvidsson, who's an Oiler this year. Stolen by Joel Eriksson Ek. Gets it in front of the net. Arvidsson back again in the right wing circle. He centers it. Ottinger gets a blocker on that one. I don't know if he even saw it, Razor.
I don't think he did. Got just a piece of it.
Nyquist back to Joel Eriksson Ek. There's a shot. Arvidsson taken down in front. Ottinger covers up as the Swedes with two pretty good shifts at the end of their power play. 2-1 Sweden, 13:02 to go. We're back live in Boston. Four Nations face-off right after this.
You're driving. They're honking. You're driving. They're screaming. You're driving. Change your mood. With SiriusXM Comedy, they're honking. You're laughing. From the newest Netflix specials to the kings of Southern comedy, Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy. From uncensored Kevin Hart to clean comedy to quiet them kids. SiriusXM Comedy has it all. From channel 93 to 99 on your SiriusXM radio. Four Nations Face-Off is here. Canada, USA, Sweden, and Finland face off for hockey supremacy.
Pass across. With a fabulous save.
Hear all the action on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, live from Montreal and Boston. Four Nations Face-Off. Visit SiriusXM.ca/4Nations for schedules.
Honey, I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
You know, my brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos.
I know it's been on our list, but isn't getting life insurance a huge pain? Oh, it's so much paperwork, and you have to go see the doctor. I wouldn't even know where to start.
With Ethos, Dave said it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. Plus, it's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house. He was able to choose an amount that worked for his needs, and Ethos made the whole thing so easy and clear.
10 minutes with no medical exam? Ethos, here we come.
Here's to sleeping better at night.
Help protect your loved ones today with Ethos. Life insurance made easy. Visit applyethos.com to apply today. That's applyethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly. Before, during, after.
Backhand scores! What a play by Jack Hughes!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back to Boston. Four Nations face-off. 2-1 Sweden. But the U.S. has a bigger concern. Brady Tkachuk will not return tonight.
Yes, so that becomes a story now. Both Tkachuks out of the lineup here in Boston. For the next 2 days, we will be talking and discussing about who's back in the lineup. And in the meantime, 11 forwards, 10 forwards for Team USA in the second half of this game.
Yep, no Austin Matthews either. As the face-off comes to center ice, corralled by JT Miller, and he brings it back off the boards. Hit the linesman, and back comes Jesper Bratt. He gets hit there by Noah Hannafin near side. Gets it back again to the right point to Erik Karlsson. Karlsson walks the line, looking for a stick. Couldn't find Leo Karlsson. Tries it again, throws it towards the net. Whistled high and wide to the far side. Jack Hughes gives it away. Hedman up top. There's a shot. I think that hit Leo Karlsson in front of the net. Swedes are playing a very good period. And after the first goal by Chris Kreider, have had the majority of the play. There's a good chance for Jack Hughes. Right pad saved by Samuel Ersson. Shot from the point, tipped wide by Jake Gensel. As Sanderson let it go. Hughes to Sanderson. And I think he hit the crossbar. Wow, Razor.
What a rocket by Sanderson. A great look. Victor Hedman had broken his stick in the corner. Puck comes out, and Sanderson rips it off the bar.
Here comes Werenski. Solo rush. Gets it behind the net. Hughes still on the ice. Back to the point to Werenski. Got a man in front looking for Larkin. Just missed. Hughes has given some energy here to the building and this shift. He goes to the bench now with 11:35 to play. Boldy in front of the net gets a stick on it, but it was blocked in front. Might have hit Kempe. Rasmus Dahlin with it now. Can't get it out. Boldy without a stick. No penalty. He wanted one. And back come the Swedes. 3-on-2. Dahlin to Kempe. Throws it to an open wing. Nelson has it. Gets it back to Boldy. At center. Chipped in by Boldy, and he gives chase. 11:05 to go here, second period. 2-1 Sweden. Stealing the puck is Boldy in front of the net for Brock Nelson. He is denied and then pushes Ersson. And what do you make of that, Watson?
What I make is that's goalie interference or roughing or something, and certainly Dahlin took exception to it. Ersson looked at the refs. It was an obvious and blatant push after Sam Ersson robbed Brock Nelson in the slot.
Do you think because of the Boldy?
I think it might have been an offset for sure, because there could have been a holding on the stick on Boldy 30 seconds earlier.
Puck is in the U.S. zone, far corner. Faber and Slavin chip it to Eichel near corner, but in comes Jonas Brodin. He loses it to Kreider, who gets it up to Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor goes through Forsling. Backhand is wide. Jack Hughes really gave this building life with that last shift, but the Swedes dodge another bullet. Here comes Lindholm at center with a wrist shot. Ottinger steers it aside. Back to Hedman at the point. Lets it go. Through a screen in front. Steered aside. Under 10 to go in the second period. Hedman, no play. Sends it into the right wing corner. Forsberg is there. Pokes it forward, but Faber has it to his partner. Noah Hannafin, they can't get it out. He'll try again. Far side for Kyle Connor. He tries to chip it out. Can't get it by the big shin pads of Matthias Ekholm. 9:30 to go now. Ekholm pinching in again to Patterson. His shot blocked by Jack Eichel. Goes behind the net to Forsberg. Swedes are all over it here. And now penalty is coming up in front of the net. I think it's a slashing call. Is it Forsberg?
It's Forsberg going to the box. He can't believe it. He's got a huge sarcastic smile on his face.
2-1 for Sweden. USA on the power play. You're listening to Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
This is former MLB General Manager Steve Phillips with an important message for fantasy baseball players. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm joined by former Major League pitcher Jensen Lewis, and we'll talk fantasy baseball to help you draft the winning lineup.
You can't go wrong with the #1 pick in this year's draft, but I love Bobby Wood Jr. over Shohei Ohtani.
We bring you our big league experiences to provide you with the fantasy baseball advice you crave. It's the Fantasy Dugout tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the Sirius XM app.
The Power Play with Steve Koulias.
Anaheim Ducks, John Gibson. If a contender said we want John Gibson, is that something you'd entertain?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I kind of let my agent do all that, and I just worry about playing. That's where, I mean, I'm sure you guys know, I've been in the rumors for probably 3 or 4 years now, so it gets old, it gets tiring, so I just worry about playing hockey and enjoying it, because that's what it's all about.
The Power Play, weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Time for new tires? Tire Rack has the top tires from world-class brands that will elevate your drive. Touring tires for commuter comfort. Performance tires for sporty handling. All-terrain tires for on- and off-road adventure. Dedicated winter tires for traction on snow and ice. Go to TireRack.com to get started. Not sure where to begin? Use their easy-to-use shopping tools to get a personalized tire recommendation. The right tires for how, what, and where you drive. Shipped fast and free to a recommended installer near you. Or choose the convenience of mobile tire installation. They'll bring your new tires to your home or office and install them on site. It doesn't get much easier than that. Go to TireRack.com to see their independent test results, tire ratings, and consumer reviews. And be sure to check out all the current special offers. Great tires and a great deal. What more could you ask for? That's TireRack.com. TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be.
Here comes one of the biggest names in the game.
Back in front, they score! Crosby puts it home.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
in the box for slashing. 9:18 to go in the second. USA on the power play. The big story, no Brady Tkachuk. Left the game, did not return.
That is the story thus far, other than Sweden battling back after giving up a goal in the middle. Big kill here for them.
Faceoff controlled by Jack Hughes. Back to the point to Werenski. Far side for Eichel, who's in the right wing circle. Plays it behind the net for Hughes. Near hash marks. Gets it to Gensel, over to Chris Kreider. He'll be in front of the net. Has the USA goal, 1-0. His first shift, his first shot of the tournament. Eichel, back to Werenski at the right point. Back to Eichel, looking for a stick. And it missed everybody and comes all the way back down the ice.
Hard to imagine that hits nothing with 4 or 5 bodies right in front of Sam Harrison. Eichel rips it from the half wall through and goes all the way around. Good clear for Sweden.
Werenski and Gensel bring it back in on the zone entry. Gensel slaps it around the boards. Eichel's waiting for it. Hughes is up top. Werenski switches sides. Eichel in the far corner. Waiting to Hughes at the right point. Walks the line. Into Eichel. Lets a shot go. He hit the goal post. Jack Eichel hits a post. Bounces to Jack Hughes. 50 seconds to go in the minor. Werenski shot. Kreider on the doorstep. Can't put it in. Samuel Ersson is the other story, other than the U.S. injuries and Brady Tkachuk leaving the game. Here's Eichel to Zach Werenski. Back to Eichel in the right wing circle. 35 in the minor penalty. Eichel walks the line, loses it, but Hughes is there to corral it at the left point. Rink wide for Werenski. He gets it in to Kreider at the side of the net. Back to Hughes. Eichel one-timer, and Ersson read it.
He read it perfectly, and a really good job by the Swedish defenders. You see them, all their hands on their knees, killed that 141 off in their own zone. They kept the U.S. to the outside. The post helped them out, but on that last play to give up a one-timer from at the top of the circles as a goaltender, that's the one you're willing to give up late in a power play like that.
7:36 in the period, as you mentioned, 19 in the penalty. Shots on goal are 19-13 USA. Faceoff is won by Lindholm to Ekholm to Nyquist, and out and down the ice to center because Fox gloved it down. Now at center, makes a nice little feed to JT Miller, rink wide to Boldy at the left point with a shot. Steered aside by Ersson. Ekholm has time and space to get it out. The penalty to Forsberg is over. And back comes Nyquist. He's got a goal in the hockey game. Working on him is Jake Sanderson, who's looked pretty good in his first game of the tournament. Nyquist loses it, and it ends up on the stick of Dylan Larkin. 7 minutes to go here, period number 2. 2-1 for the Swedes. That puck is chipped in from center. No icing as Rasmus Anderson brings it back the other way. Flames defenseman almost hit Jacob Slavin in the mouth. Could you imagine that?
That's all anyone needs out there right now. That was close.
Lucas Raymond with a shot, steered aside by Ottinger. Cleared to the line, not out, kept in by Rasmus Dahlin. His shot goes wide, pinching in from the left point is Carlson to Raymond, to Dahlin with a shot. Trocheck got a piece of that. Joel Eriksson Ek off the bench to Rasmus Dahlin. His shot is stopped. Rebound in front, Leo Carlson can't put it in. Cleared but not out. Carlson, or make that Raymond, backhands it into the corner. Slavin mercifully just lofts it down the ice.
He does, but can't get off the ice. Sweden's had a full change, and they have an opportunity now to go back into the zone.
Faber gives it away to Nylander. Gives it away again. William Nylander has been quiet tonight, other than his assist. That was a good play, but haven't mentioned his name, especially in this second period. Nylander behind the net. Back to the point to Carlson with a shot. Ottinger gloves it and hangs on. 2-1 Sweden. 5:37 to go. You're listening to Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of day on BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops. prices.
The Point with Boomer Gordon.
Nashville, they stink. Barry, you made threats earlier. You got to follow through now. It's selling season, and you got to put the for sale sign out there. I don't know who you can get rid of, and I don't know who you want out of there, but this is a disaster. At some point, you got to try and cut your losses and start somewhere close to fresh. Barry better run up a phone bill. That's all I'm saying.
Point with Boomer Gordon. 1 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Sometimes bad things happen to good cigars. Not at Famous Smoke Shop. Unlike the other guys, we take pride in how we store, pack, and ship our cigars. We've been family-owned since 1939, so we know what it takes to make a great smoke and a great experience. Visit FamousSmoke.com for thousands of premium cigar brands, fresh and ready to ship from our climate-controlled 20,000-square-foot humidor. Every order is backed by our Famous Freshness Guarantee. Check it out now at FamousSmoke.com and use promo code FREE20. That's FREE20, and we'll take $20 off your order of $99 or more. Our cigar experts make sure you get the best deals on the best cigars, so every smoke is your best smoke. If you want an okay cigar, you go to your neighborhood OK Cigar Shop. If you want the best cigar, you go to Famous Smoke Shop. That's FamousSmoke.com. Get real cigars from a real cigar shop and save $20 right now. Ship fresh, direct to you. Go to FamousSmoke.com and use code FREE20.
Out the pass for Panarin, moving it on a
Biggest
breakaway.
games
Panarin
in the
deep,
world.
and scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back to live action from TD Garden in Boston. Swedes lead the U.S. 2-1. If you're just joining us, Brady Tkachuk hurt in the first period. Tried it for one more shift, left, and will not return. We're down to 10 forwards for the U.S. No Austin Matthews either. They started with 11 as Brock Nelson brings the puck in. Looking for Matt Boldy, has it in the near corner. Erik Karlsson's there, comes to Trocheck, tries to center, goes off a skate. Trocheck trying to get the feed from Boldy. Instead, he gets it back to the point to Hannafin. At the left point, rink wide to Fox. Up to Boldy, 3-man high. Doesn't have a shooting lane, takes it behind the net. Backhands it out the other side. Fox pinching in, right point, right wing circle. Trocheck had a great chance, but I don't know if it hit a stick or he fanned on it.
I think Karlsson might have got his stick on it right at the last second. He was trailing a man-on-man, but might have poked right at the last second. Either way, a really good job by Team USA moving it east-west and finding that middle seam.
William Nylander was on, and he's got an assist in the hockey game. Sometimes he leaves you wanting more. He had 98 points and 40 goals last year. He's right up there in terms of goals. I don't think he's going to win the Rocket, but sometimes he leaves you wanting more, eh, Razor?
He certainly does. He has all the talent in the world. When you see him get going and he gets his feet moving, he's an elite player.
Stoppage and a face-off in the U.S. zone as that shot from the right wing circle goes out of play. 4:27 to go. And I guess the key simply is this. Help, one, if you can give the crowd some more energy and something to cheer about, it's great. But I think the United States, with all that we've seen so far, cannot afford that puck in the face to Jacob Slavin that we talked about.
No, they can't. At the end of the day, that's what they're going to rather have. But guys like Kreider coming down the wing here are looking for goals, too.
Kreider to Eichel. His pass is picked off by Forsberg, and he gets it out to center. That feed goes off a skate. Forsberg goes in after it in the far corner. Clear to the line, not out. Forsling sends it behind the net. 4 minutes to go here, period number 2. I'm Steve Koulias with former NHLer Andrew Raycroft. Another giveaway in the neutral zone. The Swedes are really winning the battle between the blue lines. Lucas Raymond back to Rasmus Andersson. Rink wide for Ekholm, looking for a stick. Ottinger the save, rebound in front, Kempe's there, as is Lucas Raymond. Here's Ekholm, left point, right side for Rasmus Andersson. They switch it up top for Lucas Raymond. Year 4 in Detroit, first 2 not bad, last 2 he's been on fire. Is the high flip there, by Kyle Connor. He gets it up and down the ice. No icing on the play.
The other thing for Team USA is to clean up these giveaways. I understand they're shorthanded. I understand there's been some injuries, but there's no question the coaching staff's going to be on their case about these kind of giveaways that they've turned over quite often right since they were up 1-0 early in the first.
Here's William Nylander in his own zone. Rink wide for Adrian Kempe. Ekholm was going to be center drive, but he would have gone offside. As a good play by Leo Carlson attacking the triangle, getting a good shot. 91's been noticeable. If I'm Pat Verbeek, I'm pretty happy right now.
Certainly great speed and great skill, and there's a nice headsy play there. Give and go with Dahlin into the corner. He's got all the tools in the toolbox.
Miller to Faber, looking for Gensel out of his reach, or he could have been sprung. But that's the kind of game it's been for the U.S. They're just, the execution isn't there, Razor.
They're off by 6 inches on every play, especially here in the second period. They've had 2 or 3 opportunities to break, get breakaways, 2-on-0s, and they've just missed those passes, or the passes have jumped over their stick.
Let's see if it changes here with Hannafin in over the line, curling in the right wing circle. Cycles it behind the net for Larkin, picked off by Carlson. He feeds Forsling, and a beautifully executed breakout as Lindholm sends it to Carlson, who's got a spring in his step, centers it for Lindholm. That failed to click. U.S. has numbers the other way with under 2 to go. Larkin to Nelson, rink wide, Boldy, and there it is again.
2 inches. Boldy does not miss that one-timer from that right wing too often. It is a great shot. That would have been a great opportunity had he connected.
90 seconds to go here in period number 2. Nyquist gets it in. Shots are 20 to 9 to make that 18 in favor of the U.S. Here's Werenski with a shot from well out. Saved by Ersson. Skating it out is Forsberg. Plays it up to Joel Eriksson-Ek, and the net is off, and we get a stoppage here late in period number 2.
Steve, there's a lot of time. There's still 21 minutes left in this game, but can't help but wonder that what Team Sweden's thinking about on the bench. They're the what-if team of this tournament at this point. Having 2 overtime losses, if they find a way to get a win in one of those, have an opportunity to gain 3 points on Team USA right now, they're looking at a finals opportunity over 20 minutes. You have to be, as a Team Sweden fan, you're wondering, what if we could have only got one of those games in Canada, in Finland, to get through and push us through, we would have an opportunity to get into the final here.
That's a great talking point by you. If Zibanejad scores in overtime on Binnington, they had the lead against the Finns. If they score in overtime as well. So it's the what-if game here as we approach the 19-minute mark. Puck is chipped in by Forsberg behind the U.S. net. Ottinger plays it to Werenski. He loses it to Forsberg. Philip Forsberg back to the point to Rasmus Dahlin. There's a shot from the near side by Brodin, sticked aside by Ottinger. Shot down the ice. I think we're going to get an icing, and we do with 42 seconds to go. Face off back in the USA zone.
Another nice job by Sweden. A good dumping, good pressure, good forecheck, and then they move it high, low to high, and then they move it east-west right away, and Brodin gets a quick shot off. We saw him score against Binnington over on that right side in the first game of this tournament. Really good shot by the lefty.
Leo Carlson on the ice for this draw against Trocheck. Vinny Trocheck, 60.6% wins the draw. Cleared. No icing here. Rasmus Dahlin says, I didn't touch it. And we play on. Victor Hedman starts it up. Leo Carlson down the left wing board, sends it behind the net. Trying to find Bratt. It didn't work, but it's kept in by Dahlin. He sends it behind the net. 20 seconds to go here in the period as the U.S. clear the zone. And the Sabre captain surveys the situation, gets it to William Nylander. Up to Carlson, back to Nylander. Trying to go rink wide to the pinching Victor Hedman. Time and score. There's the hockey sense that you're talking about.
Hockey sense, exactly.
There is the siren, and we're through 40 minutes of play. With the score, Sweden 2, USA 1. Scotty Laughlin standing by. The second intermission report is next.
Don't miss the biggest matches from the UEFA Champions League knockout stage on Sirius XM FC. Real Madrid hold a slight advantage as the tie shifts to the Spanish capital.
Real Madrid have done it! They've won it!
Can Man City pull off the upset and dethrone the defending champs?
Brings it to Haaland on the back post and a brilliant header!
Real Madrid versus Manchester City, Wednesday at 3 Eastern on Sirius XM FC channel 157 in the car and streaming on the Sirius XM app.
24/7 hockey talk. Vegas Golden Knights general manager Kelly McCrimmon announced Pietrangelo his decision to have to step aside from the Four Nations face-off.
These are decisions that players have to make. This was 100% Alex's family, the decision that they made. And, he's going to continue to play, but there are some things that need to get taken care of that he'll do here as we go along.
Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and on your schedule with the Sirius XM app.
Deborah's closet didn't feel like Deborah. It felt more like a Vanessa, or even a mom, until she worked with California Closets. Now her clothes are organized, sneaker collection and jewelry displayed. Now her closet screams Deborah. The hidden ironing board is a mom thing, but she is a mom, so. California Closets. We did it for Deborah, and we can do it for you because we know you differently. Schedule your free in-home consultation now at 800-CAL-CLOSETS or californiaclosets.ca.
Okay, business leaders, are you playing defense or are you on the offense? Are you just, excuse me. Hey, I'm trying to talk business here. As I was saying, are you here just to play or are you playing to win? If you're in it to win, meet your next MVP. NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is your full business management system in one suite. With NetSuite, you're running your accounting, your financials, HR, e-commerce, and more, all from your online dashboard. One source of truth means every department's working from the same numbers with no data delays. And with AI embedded throughout, you're automating manual tasks, plus getting fast insights for your next move. Whether you're competing on your home turf or looking to conquer international markets, NetSuite helps you get the W. Over 40,000 businesses have already made the move to NetSuite, the #1 cloud ERP.
Right now, get the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning at netsuite.com/stocks. Get this free guide at netsuite.com/stocks.
Okay, guys.
In the pursuit of speed and playable distance, Titleist has engineered a new class of drivers. Titleist GT marks the biggest technological leap ever in Titleist driver design, delivering unmatched speed, launch, and stability for total driving performance. Discover the next generation of driving excellence with Titleist GT. Visit Titleist.com to find a fitter near you.
Face-off intermission report here on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. I'm Scott Lockland joining you once again live from TD Garden in Boston as the Four Nations face-off round robin, so to speak, wraps up tonight with Team Sweden and Team USA. And after 40 minutes of play, Team Sweden leads the American squad by a score of 2-1. So no scoring in the second period. But the big story here tonight has to be the injury concerns that have started to mount for Team USA. Now, they played a man down to start the game with just 17 skaters, 11 forwards, and 6 defensemen. Down McAvoy on the back end. Chris Kreider draws in for the injured Matthew Tkachuk. Austin Matthews unable to go for Team USA. And to make matters worse, Brady Tkachuk gets hurt just over 5 minutes into the game, tries to tough it out, goes to the room, comes back, and then is not able to start the second period. So that's a little subtext to what's going on out there on the ice here tonight, because Team Sweden leads Team USA 2-1. Again, the game matters little to each side in terms of what the final standings will look like. We know Team USA's in the final on Thursday against Canada in that much-anticipated rematch. from that epic game that we witnessed in Montreal at the Bell Center this past Saturday night. For Team Sweden, they're playing for pride, and right now they look pretty proud, no question about that. Let's recap the game, just in case you're just joining us here. We'll recap the game, and we'll start off by a goal by Team USA, and it's a goal by Chris Kreider. I mentioned he was in for the injured Matthew Tkachuk, and Kreider tried to make an early impression, as it turns out. Here once again with the call, Steve Kouleas and Andrew Raycroft.
Ottinger makes the save on Forsling. Eichel knocks it out. Here comes Zach Werenski. Right in on goal. Shot, save, rebound, they score! Guess who? Welcome to the tournament, Chris Kreider.
So it is Chris Kreider who opens the account in this one. Kreider scores, gets his first, obviously, the tournament stepping in. Zach Werenski, his 5th assist, has been omnipresent once again for Team USA. Jack Eichel also picks up a helper, and at 35 seconds, it was 1-0 for Team USA. The building in a frenzy, as the fans here at TD Garden were excited about the great start. And moments after that, Dylan Larkin actually hit the goalpost. And so for young Flyers goaltender Sam Ersson, the guy who started because Linus Ullmark is under the weather, and because Gustafsson was under the weather and right now is dressed as the backup. Great experience for the young, up-and-coming Flyers goaltender. Ersson under siege, gave up the goal. He heard Larkin's shot off the post, but didn't see it. Nonetheless, it was still 1-0. And then moments later, Ersson perhaps starting to settle in.
Is Boldy back to Werenski with a shot. Rebound. Oh, what a save by Ersson as he robs Dylan Larkin from point-blank range.
And so it remained a 1-0 hockey game in favor of Team USA. It remained that way until just shy of the 14-minute mark.
Up to Boldy, can't get it out. Arvidsson keeps it in to Carlson with a shot. Ottinger, he can't squeeze it. It goes in. A weak shot. Knocked in by Gustav Nyquist, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, from the sideboards, Victor Arvidsson simply just throws the puck at the net. Gus Nyquist is there to redirect it past Ottinger. Don't forget, Jake Ottinger gets the start tonight because Connor Hellebuck is somewhere here in the arena watching. Jeremy Swayman actually dressed as a backup goaltender for Nyquist. His first of the tournament comes from Carlson, Erik Karlsson, and Victor Arvidsson picks up his first assist of the tournament as well. 13:39 officially the time of that goal. It was 1-1, and we essentially started over. Now under a minute to go in the opening period, and the Swedes go in front.
Nylander steals it back, brings it in. Down the left wing, stops in the circle. In the slot, scores! Jesper Bratt from William Nylander. What a shot! 2-1 Sweden.
Jesper Bratt gets the goal. His first comes from William Nylander. Nylander picks up his second helper of the tournament, and Sweden held a 2-1 lead after 20. Time of that goal was 19:04 of the opening stanza. 2-1 after 20. Shots in the first period of play in favor of Team USA, 13-8. Now, in the second period, as we mentioned, the big storyline that developed after Brady Tkachuk collided with the goalpost and with Sam Ersson just over 5 minutes in. Tried to continue, went to the dressing room, came back and took a 14-second shift, and then worked the gates. As it turned out for the rest of the first period, Brady Tkachuk did not come out to start the second. He is not on the ice for Team USA. Perhaps it's precautionary. Perhaps they're saying, take the rest of the night off, and like your brother Matthew, get ready to play with Jack Eichel coming up on Thursday night. Or perhaps it's a little bit more serious. Don't hold your breath on us finding out exactly how serious it is. I'm sure that Brady Tkachuk, like he proclaimed Matthew good to go for Thursday regardless, is probably going to do the same too. After all, he is a Tkachuk. 2-1 for Team Sweden after 20 minutes. In the second period, aside from the storyline as to who was not on the bench or on the ice for Team USA, another big storyline was a little bit of luck on the side of Swedish netminder Sam Ersson.
As Sanderson let it go, Hughes to Sanderson, and I think he hit the crossbar.
Yeah, he did draw iron, no question about it. You could hear that there, and it remained 2-1. Sam Ersson then comes up big moments after that as Brock Nelson of the Islanders has a gilt-edge scoring opportunity.
Chipped in by Boldy, and he gives chase. 11:05 to go here, second period, 2-1 Sweden. Stealing the puck is Boldy in front of the net for Brock Nelson. He is denied and then pushes Ersson.
All right, so a big stop there. Brock Nelson stopped by Sam Ersson. Shots on goal in the second period for Sweden, 9 for a two-period total of 17. And for Team USA, 8 for a two-period total of 21. So the U.S. out shooting the Swedes 21-17, but trailing on the scoreboard. And the numbers that matter most tell us that Sweden's in front by a score of 2-1. Have to really speak volumes at this point very loudly with regards to what we're seeing from Team Sweden. Essentially, the guys after tonight, whether it be tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, will be heading off back to their NHL teams and getting ready to get set to start that stretch run as early as Saturday for most of the clubs out there. And Sweden's putting up a fight. They could have easily just rolled over, especially after Kreider scored in the opening seconds, 35 seconds in. And right after that, as I mentioned, Dylan Larkin hit the goalpost. Sam Ersson, young goaltender, collected himself and was able to gather confidence once again and stem the tide, because things could have gotten ugly early for Team Sweden. But the big story for Team USA, you're looking ahead to Thursday. You're looking ahead to playing Team Canada once again. This time you get them on your side of the border. And yet we're not sure how healthy these players are going to be. Speculation suggests that Austin Matthews will be good to go on Thursday. Speculation certainly for Brady Tkachuk on the injury that Matthews suffered on Saturday night at the Bell Center in Montreal, suggesting that Matthew Tkachuk will be good to go to suit up on Thursday. And again, as I said before, with Brady Tkachuk leaving this game, I think we'd all be shocked or floored if Brady Tkachuk was not going to play somehow, some way on Thursday against Team Canada. It means that much to them. Now, late in the first period, Vinny Trocheck also left the game for Team USA. Great news for the American squad was the fact that Mike Sullivan would see his veteran centerman return to start the second period. So great news, a little bit of a positive slant there for Team USA, but the injury bug has hit. Let's not forget, too, that a lot of teams in this tournament have been dealing with injuries. The reality suggests that if you want to play a best-on-best in February, guys are probably coming in, number one, playing at a high pace, which is great. Not so great is the fact that pretty much from the first day of the season onwards, nobody is 100% healthy. So there may have been players like Austin Matthews. I think we can pretty much assume the upper body soreness that has kept him out of tonight's game for Team USA is related to the injury he suffered with the Leafs earlier this season that kept him out of the lineup not once but twice in two different stints and missing time, actually even traveling to Germany to get that mysterious injury looked at. So of grave concern for not only Team USA, but Leafs Nation, as well as the fact that Austin Matthews is not playing here tonight in this one, but should be, fingers crossed, good to go for Thursday. We'll have to wait and see on all that. It's 2-1 for Team Sweden after 40 minutes of play. At least one more period to bring your way. And when we come back after a short break, we'll hand it back over to Steve Coulias and to Andrew Raycroft. They'll have the call of period number 3 here from TD Garden in Boston. You've been listening to the Four Nations Face-Off Intermission Report right here on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Baseball season's almost here, and MLB Network Radio will get you ready for opening day with a tour of spring training. Hear team previews of all 30 teams as our experts talk with players, managers, and executives shaping the 2025 season. How does your team look? Our team will break it all down. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning February 22nd on Sirius XM Channel 89 and the Sirius XM app.
The best player analysts and insiders live on NHL Network Radio. Mike Rupp.
NHL teams that can benefit from this tournament. Austin Matthews is a perfect example. What happens if he leads Team USA and has success in this tournament? Connor Hellebuyck, he could shed a lot of pressure and narrative on him not being able to win big games by winning this tournament.
Get the latest opinion and analysis you need on the home of hockey, NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Between all the holiday parties,
weekend tailgates,
and family get-togethers,
we've been overindulging a little more than usual over the holidays. But now, we are starting the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day.
Active Liver contains a powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract, all natural ingredients that help protect the liver so that it can protect you from toxins. It's like giving my body a daily detox. I've never felt better, and my energy is through the roof.
And my doctor is already impressed with how much better my numbers are looking. So if better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
Active Liver is available in both tablets and as a delicious gummy. You can find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
In a crisis, your number one need is food. Because when things go sideways, it's always one of the first things to sell out. But if you wait to stock up, all you'll find at the grocery store are crowds of desperate people and empty shelves. That's why FEMA and the Red Cross say you need at least 72 hours of non-perishable food. But here's the good news. For Patriots, the trusted preparedness company is offering listeners of this station a special buy one, get two free deal on its best-selling 72-hour survival food kits. This new and improved kit has 20 servings of delicious food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all designed to last for 25 years. It sells for $29 and has been rated 4.4 stars by thousands of happy customers. But when you act quickly and buy one kit, you will get two more kits absolutely free. That's 3 kits for the price of one, $58 in free food. Go to freefood123.com. That's freefood123.com. This deal won't last. Go to freefood123.com now.
Welcome back to SiriusXM NHL Network Radio's coverage of Four Nations Faceoff. Sweden versus USA. Now time for third period action from TD Garden in Boston.
We're moments away from period number 3. I'm Steve Coolius along with Andrew Raycroft. Great job, Scotty Laughlin, once again. He'll be by with the post-game report at the end of this game. Austin Matthews didn't dress. 11 forwards. Brady Tkachuk into the post, into Ersson. One shift left, didn't return for the second period. A lot of ice time for the forwards, Razor.
There certainly has, and USA is saying, thank goodness we have 2 days off in between this game and the final, because they're going to need the rest up front especially, and you're going to want to push for your Team USA. It hasn't been the best through periods. Sam Ersson's been very good, making 20 of 21 saves for Team Sweden, but this home crowd's been down since 35 seconds into the game. You're going to want to give some energy and make a push here. Get more than one goal here in Boston tonight.
Chris Kreider opened the scoring, as Razor alluded to. Gustav Nyquist on a nice tip. And then Jesper Brandt as in on the play is Adrian Kempe, getting help from Elias Lindholm. Now the crowd is into it. This is something we did not hear in the second period.
Not once, no. And it's been a long day for a lot of fans. Eichel breaks through.
Eichel to the net. What a save by Ersson. What did he get on Eichel, who went backhand, forehand, and was denied? Samuel Ersson's made 20 saves. Here's Slavin. Shot, block, Boldy. Wide of the net. Gensel in front for Eichel. Another save as it comes to Carlson, who can't get it out. And then Gensel almost picks the pocket of Lucas Raymond. How did that puck stay out? Oh. Back comes Gensel in over the line. A lot more energy here for the U.S. in the third period. Fox near boards. Gets it to Boldy. Back to the point for Hanifin. His shot is blocked by Carlson. He reverses it near side. And there's a trip. Lucas Raymond, or was it a cross-check push?
It was the Adam Fox got down on the pants as they went into the corner, and Lucas Raymond went down hard, feet first into the corner left of Sam Ersson. And Adam Fox is going to the box. Team Sweden goes on the power play after a massive push to start that period, Steve, from Team USA and Jack Eichel. Oh, we just got a read. Ersson got his toe on the post and went off the post, off of his toe and up in the air. What great patience by Jack Eichel, going down the left wing, holding it all the way across the front of the net, using his forehand shot, and Ersson just getting his skate on the post at the same time. The puck, the three of them met at the same time. Puck bounces out.
Let's see if the U.S. can kill this and get the crowd going again. Face off to the left of Jake Ottinger. Lindholm on the draw, loses it. Comes to Faber behind the net, plays it near side for Trocheck. He can't get it out. Trocheck's on with JT Miller. Keeping it in is Lucas Raymond. Right wing circle for Lindholm. Up top for Erik Karlsson. Running the power play, tries to feed Raymond. Good stick by Trocheck, and it comes out to center.
Real good stick, and at this point, Team Sweden's 0 for 2 on the power play and have gotten no momentum from either one of their power plays. This will be an opportune time to get that first power play goal of the game for them.
Zone entry for Sweden, denied by Vinny Trocheck. He heads to the bench. Trocheck and Miller gonna try to get the New York Rangers when we start up again into the playoffs. It feels like we've been away for a while. Had to double check Ottawa and Detroit. We're in wild card spots. Here comes Forsberg. Back to Hedman behind the net. He has no place, so he fires it around the boards. And there's a giveaway by Larkin. Here's Forsberg with a shot. He didn't miss the top right-hand corner by much. He can shoot the biscuit.
Oh, he can rip it. That play there, standing still to get it, move it to his forehand, and he was frustrated. He gave the little head nod after he missed that top left corner of Jake Ottinger's net.
Hedman for Forsberg goes off his stick. Sanderson can't get it out. Either can JT Miller, who's already back on the ice so quickly. That's what happens when you have 10 forwards, I guess. Pettersson back to the right point to Hedman. Into Pettersson with a shot. Getting a stick on that was Hannafin, and it goes over top of the net. Here's Hedman once again up top. Right wing circle for Pettersson. In for Forsberg. He tipped that one, but Ottinger holds his ground and hangs on.
Ottinger with good post integration to his left. Forsberg just dropped just below the goal line. Got his stick, the right-handed stick, just to tip that puck. Tried to find a piece and on the short side of Jake Ottinger. Doesn't do so, and there's 17 seconds left on this PK of Team USA.
Face off to the left of Ottinger. William Nylander on the draw, strong side. Karlsson and Hedman are on the points. Leo Karlsson is there with Brad, but once again, face-off is won by Dylan Larkin. They get it out and down the ice. This should do it for the Swedish power play. One last foray here by Karlsson with speed. Down the left wing, fires it in for William Nylander. He doesn't get there first. Brad does. His pass is picked off by Nelson up to Larkin, near side for Faber. Here they come 3-on-2. Faber in over the line to Brock Nelson. He has no place, so he plays it back to Faber, looking for that tip the way Matt Boldy scored the other day. Another shot off the post, maybe more of the side of the net. It didn't have the right clang, did it?
Didn't have a great clang. Side of the post, side of the net, but that wasn't a real post. But fourth time we've heard iron tonight behind Sam Harrison.
Do you know the difference in the clangs?
Oh, no question. I know all those clang sounds, absolutely.
Here comes Boldy bringing it back in. Left wing circle with a shot. Harrison, easy save as Arvidsson plays it up to Gustav Nyquist, one of our goal scorers today. Drops for Joel Eriksson. Eck with a shot that seemed to handcuff Ottinger. Thought I heard it hit his stick.
Yeah, he definitely didn't handle that the way he typically would.
Arvidsson behind the net. Another weird bounce off the partition. Rasmus Andersson with a shot. Bit of a shooting gallery here on Jake Ottinger. Puck is cleared to the line. What a play by Jonas Brodin. Wild defenseman to keep it in. Up top for Victor Arvidsson with a shot. He didn't miss the far side by much. Anderson pinching in to Nyquist. Back to the right point where Arvidsson is filling in. Nyquist in the circle. Anderson with a shot. Save, rebound. And Victor Arvidsson side of the net. It's loose. Ottinger's caught out of his net. In to get the puck there is Jonas Brodin.
Oh.
And the pass back to Anderson skips over his stick. What a break for the U.S.
It sure was. Team Sweden had the Ferris wheel going. The five-man Soviet Union unit was rotating around. Great opportunities for Team Sweden, but they get it back in their own zone here.
Under 5 minutes, or we played just over 5 minutes here in period number 3. Crowd back into it after the penalty kill. And the Swedish foray into the offensive zone. Hannafin, far side, touch pass Miller to Sanderson, who shoots it in. Jack Hughes in on the forecheck. Pitching in is Jake Sanderson. Sends defenseman behind the net to Miller. Far side for Hannafin to Sanderson. His shot deflected by Ersson over the glass and out of play. And Samuel Ersson's now faced 25 shots. Andrew, he's made 24 saves.
He's been very good, and it's those plays there where he's been able to fight through traffic. He's been able to get whistles at opportune times when Team Sweden spent some time in his zone. That time he clears it with his stick up and over the netting, doing a really good job managing the game on top of making some big saves.
Danny Briere happy?
Sure, Danny Briere is happy. You'd love to see Sam Harrison go on a run here the last 25 games of the season.
Face-off controlled by the Swedes. Kempe gets it out to center. Gets it back again with some help from Victor Hedman. Faber. Big body check right there. Standing up Kempe. Lucas Raymond can't corral the puck. Kyle Connor does. Near side for Dylan Larkin, but the pass was in his skates. He falls down. There's big Victor Hedman, who keeps the puck in. Down the left wing. Kyle Connor with it now. He just gives it away. Right to Kempe. Lucas Raymond up top. Nobody checking him. He had a play to Kempe. That was broken up by Slavin. Nelson skating it out to Kyle Connor in over the line. His shot. Shoulder save there. Maybe the arm by Samuel Ersson. Did he go down too early?
Connor has such a tricky, sneaky release, and he's not the biggest guy. Looks skinny, looks lanky, but he's able to get a shot up. Oh, big hit there by Eichel on Leo Carlson.
Knocks his helmet off. That ignites the crowd as it's chipped in at center by Boldy. Rasmus Anderson in the far corner. Plays it behind the net to Brodin. Boldy's in on the forecheck. Takes him down. Here's an opportunity for Eichel. Didn't get good composite on that shot in the slot. Anderson chips it out. Glove to a teammate, and it's offside, which means we'll go to a break. 12:54 to go in the third. 2-1 Sweden. This is Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
Music for us. By us.
And that's the way I like it.
Celebrate Black History Month with a channel dedicated to the voices pushing the culture forward. Serving up a blend of hip-hop and R&B from today's tastemakers
And tomorrow's emerging stars.
Black music forever. Listen now throughout the month at home with the Sirius XM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
In case you missed it, on NHL Network Radio.
He's got time and space in the high slot. Near side to Jesper Bratt in front. They score! Back door! Joel Eriksson Ek. William Nylander with speed. 3-on-2 for the Swedes and over the line. Nylander. Nice dish to Carlson, who scores! Wow! Nylander to Carlson. And the Swedes regain the lead. It's 3-2.
NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Ohio Stadium, where the Wolverine and Buckeye States meet to throw fuel on a century-old rivalry. But this time, it's different. This time, the roles of red and blue are reversed. This time, it's hockey at the shoe. The Blue Jackets and Red Wings take it outside with the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Buy tickets now.
Slow your breathing down for me, okay?
What happened? His umbilical snapped. Focus Features invites you to experience the most thrilling motion picture event of the year.
How much gas does he have left?
Not enough. What happens next will shock you.
He just lost power.
Based on the incredible true story, starring Woody Harrelson.
I got an idea.
And Simu Liu.
It's a body recovery now. No, it's not. I'm not losing a diver today.
Last Breath, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Only in theaters February 28th.
The fastest game on ice. Gives himself one a move from McCarr. Down low, kill McCarr. He scores! Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back to Boston. 12:54 to go, period number 3. Great work by the unsung heroes of our crew. Lucas Curtelli at Mission Control. Mark Aflalo to my right. I used to call him Iafallo. He does not play for the Winnipeg Jets.
Not yet. Not yet.
Face-off controlled by Zach Werenski. Gets it up to Jake Sanderson, who's getting a lot of ice time in this game for obvious reasons. They scrum it along the near boards. Gensel to Miller. Little sharp angle shot. Steered aside by Ersson. Sanderson back to Hughes with a shot blocked by Gustav Nyquist, and that got him. He's feeling it. Hughes has Miller in front. Wanted a penalty on Hughes. None forthcoming. Almost too many men on the ice there when Nylander jumped on the ice. Play on. Sanderson gets it out to center. Jesper Bratt has it momentarily. He falls. He wanted a call. Back comes Hughes. Jack Hughes fans on that shot. Nylander tries to clean up the mess. And we're going to get a penalty, I think, to Samuel Ersson. Did he get Jake Gensel?
Well, Jake Gensel sold it enough that he's going to go for 2 minutes for high sticking. You get a better look of it. Oh, no, it's Carlson with a little bit of a cross-check, finishing, protecting himself as Gensel goes through him. And it'll be Carlson going to the box. 2 good saves by Ersson off the giveaway in the neutral zone. And this is an opportunity for this U.S. power play to even up the game.
12:01 to go in regulation time. Eichel, Kreider, Gensel, Hughes, Werenski. No Austin Matthews. They started the game with 11 forwards, and Brady Tkachuk got hurt, came back for 1 shift, left after 2, or after 1, make that. Hughes in front of Gensel. His one-timer hits Forsling, comes to the near side for Eichel. Jack Eichel setting up shop. Check there by Kempe. Back to Werenski. Left wing circle for Hughes, and Matthias Ekholm, a one-handed swat. That's strength right there to get it out and down the ice. Eichel with the quick up. Gets it in again. He's in the right wing circle at the hash marks. Surveying the situation. Back to Werenski at the right point. Back to Eichel. He lets it go off the partition, and the Swedes might have numbers. Short-handed. Bratt to Lindholm to Bratt. And he is checked stick on stick. Do you like the call?
I don't mind it. Eichel did a great job back checking. His hustle all the way back. Got the stick right at the last second. I think it was, they went down, Sweden went down because he was reaching, not necessarily because he got hauled down by Eichel.
And those are hard in real time. It's easy with the replay. Under 11 to go in regulation. Puck's behind Ersson. Boldy comes away with it. Back to the point up top for Fox. Near side for Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor to Boldy with a shot. I don't think that made it to the net. Joel Eriksson Ek to the line, but not out. Rasmus Andersson has a second chance to get it out for the Swedes, and he does. Now a delayed offside, and Andersson once again can't get it out. Here's Miller. He has Boldy with him. Puck comes to the line, but kept in. Sweden, sloppy. Kyle Connor, shooting blocked. Loose in front. Comes to Lucas Raymond, and they get it out.
And Steve, you mentioned Rasmus Andersson not being able to get along the boards. He had blocked a shot seconds earlier with his right hand, his bottom hand on his stick. So as he was trying to clear, you could see him shaking out his right hand. He couldn't get any strength, couldn't get any grip on his stick, which was keeping the puck in.
Good eyes by you. Do you eat a lot of carrots?
I did. That's the one thing I continue to work is my eyes.
9:37 to go here in regulation. Back come the Swedes. Ekholm plays it behind the net. Rasmus Dahlin pinching behind the net. Out in front to Kempe with a shot. It's blocked. And back comes the U.S. the other way. Jack Hughes 3-on-2. In over the line to Brock Nelson. Back to Hughes with a shot. I think he fanned on it. And we'll get another stoppage here with 9:17 to go. 2-1 Sweden. You're listening to Four Nations Face-Off action live on NHL Network Radio.
Congratulations to the Super Bowl 59 champion Philadelphia Eagles.
Quarterback Jalen Hurts, world champion and Super Bowl MVP. Just talk about how that feels.
It's amazing. Just humbled, just trying to soak it in.
What an effort overall, dominant performance.
Yeah, it's a great team effort. You know, defense wins championships. And that defense played their ass off all year. It's a blessing to be able to win in multiple ways.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Four Nations Face-Off is here. Canada, USA, Sweden, and Finland face off for hockey supremacy.
Pass across. Hallmark with a fabulous save.
Hear all the action on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, live from Montreal and Boston. Four Nations Face-Off. Visit SiriusXM.ca/4Nations for schedules.
Honey, I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
It's awful, hon.
You know, my brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos.
I know it's been on our list, but isn't getting life insurance a huge pain? It's so much paperwork, and you have to go see the doctor. I wouldn't even know where to start.
With Ethos, Dave said it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. Plus, it's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house. He was able to choose an amount that worked for his needs, and Ethos made the whole thing so easy and clear.
10 minutes with no medical exam? Ethos, here we come.
Here's to sleeping better at night.
Help protect your loved ones today with Ethos. Life insurance made easy. Visit applyethos.com to apply today. That's applyethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Zach will beat him again. Hockey lives here.
He looks left side. Shot, score!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back to TD Garden in Boston. 2-1 Sweden over the USA. Jesper Bratt with the go-ahead goal. Austin Matthews, Matthew Tkachuk, Charlie McAvoy, Connor Hellebuck did not dress. Brady Tkachuk hurt, did not return for the second period. Face-off won by the Swedes. But Hedman couldn't get it out the first time. Has another chance. Tipped by Kempe out to center as we approach the 11-minute mark. Managing ice time in minutes here. No one's going to hit 30, right?
No one's going to hit 30. They're rolling over these 3.5 lines for Team USA, but they are going to pile up here, especially as they make a push in this last 9 minutes of the game.
Chris Kreider, first game of the tournament, chipping and chasing. He scored 35 seconds in. 50 goals in 2022 for the Rangers, has 16 this year. Rangers fighting for their playoff lives when we get back. Speaking of the Rangers, Adam Fox to JT Miller. It's a Ranger show right now. Rink wide for Zach Werenski with a shot. It was going wide anyway. We got a stoppage with 8:26 to go.
Zach Werenski unfortunately breaks his stick while he hits that one-timer. There was a little razzle-dazzle, a little Harlem Globetrotters there while the Rangers continue to pass the puck to each other. Off of the bench, they get a change and hit the seam pass to Werenski, who tries to get good wood on it, but unfortunately his stick breaks in half, and Harrison hangs on to cover up.
JT Miller, like the quarterback, setting up shop here. He wants Brock Faber off his left hip, but he loses the draw to Lindholm. Carlson can't get it out. Slavin keeps it in. Carlson retreats behind his own net, comes out the other side. Has no play, so it's glass and out for icing. Yes, 8:10 left in the frame.
JT Miller getting in on the forecheck, using his speed to get to Carlson, or at least force Carlson to move that off the boards. Ends up being an icing, and now they move to the right of Sam Harrison to take advantage.
Elias Lindholm of the Boston Bruins, I think 40 goals and 82 points. That's why they call it a career year, right, Razor?
That is exactly why they call it a career year. It's he's a long way from that at this point, and I'm sure he's hoping to build off this tournament in the last half.
Hughes, wraparound chance, can't get it to go. He had Gensel in front as well. Here's JT Miller to Hughes in the high slot. Gets it back to Sanderson at the left point. Back to Miller up top. His shot goes off a shin pad wide. There's another shot. Harrison had to be sharp there, as I think that was on the net from Faber. Behind the net to Gensel. Over to Hughes' far side. He couldn't corral it. Victor Arvidsson gets it out, and the Swedes get a much-needed change. Here's Faber to Gensel, picked off by Leo Carlsson. Big minutes for Swedish hockey here to have Leo Carlsson on the ice.
I've loved his game tonight as well. I thought he's been really smart in his plays. He showed some skill. He showed some flash at different times, but played really responsibly as well. They have a good one in Anaheim.
2-1 Sweden. 7:08 on the clock. The pass for Nylander, too far. Brad goes in after it. Faber spins away from Jesper Brad, who's had a very good hockey game, not just because of the goal. That was a great shot. Swedes kind of stacking it up in the neutral zone, allows Nylander to pick off the pass, gets it back again from Dahlin. Nylander tries to go 1-on-4. I don't think that's going to work at this level against this team. Kempe for Nylander, rims it around the boards near side for Hedman. He elects to go D-to-D. Poor choice. 2-on-1. Breakaway. Nelson. Oh my goodness. What a save by Samuel Ersson. Wow. Samuel Ersson stops Nelson on the breakaway.
Yeah, the big lefty going in, looking to go low blocker on Sam Ersson, who sticks out his right arm, makes a monster save with 6 minutes left.
Here's Eichel into the offensive zone, back to Fox at his right defense position. He plays catch there with Werenski. They're on together now. Fox up top, lets it go through a screen, shot it wide. In front of the net, corralled by Hedman. That was Eichel who centered it. Clear to the line, once again not out. Forsling steps up to skate it out. Swedes are leaking oil here as the puck comes to Victor Arvidsson. I don't know if Ottinger got a piece of that or not, but here comes the USA in over the line. Offside is Boldy with Werenski. 5:39 to go. 2-1 Sweden. They're hanging on. We're back with the rest of regulation and maybe overtime next.
I'm Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy. I have 2 brand new exclusive channels right here on SiriusXM. First, there's Unwell Music. Fun, feel-good music for the girls. And Unwell on Air. The best of Unwell and brand new live daily shows with weekly pop-ins from yours truly. Unwell Music on Channel 3 and Unwell on Air on the SiriusXM app.
Raptors Nation is on Canada Talks.
Barrett now driving on the far side, got to the baseline, jackknife pass out on the perimeter to Boucher. Long, high, looping triple is good. The Toronto Raptors beat the Golden State Warriors 104-101, and right in front of us, a big-time fist pump.
Your home for the Toronto Raptors. Canada Talks. SiriusXM 167 and the SiriusXM app.
These statements have not been reviewed by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hello, everyone. For all of you who suffer from calcium oxalate stones, here is some free advice. Tip 1, drink plenty of water. It takes a lot of water to dilute and pass the substances that lead to stones. Tip 2, modify your diet. You'll need to limit sodium, cut your meat.
Tired of difficult lifestyle changes that often don't work? If you suffer from calcium oxalate stones, now there's help. Kidney Cop, Calcium Oxalate Protector. Add Kidney Cop to your routine as a way to potentially reduce or even stop the formation of calcium oxalate stones. Kidney Cop is a dietary supplement developed by doctors and pharmacists. It's been proven in laboratory tests to reduce the rate of calcium oxalate crystal growth by 99%. That's right, 99%. Just take Kidney Cop. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. You can purchase affordable Kidney Cop today by visiting Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or KidneyCop.com. Yes, you can start enjoying life again. Purchase Kidney Cop at Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or KidneyCop.com today.
The world's greatest coverage.
Nylander across ice, feed, scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Regulation time. Sweden leads the United States 2-1. Again, the key story, Brady Tkachuk dressed and got hurt. Matthews didn't dress. McAvoy didn't dress. Hellebuck not playing either. Jake Ottinger's done his job here, isn't he?
He certainly has. 18 of 20 shots from Sweden. He's made some big saves, kept his team in it. Hasn't got as much work here in this third period, especially.
Forsling with a feed for Carlson, went off a stick. Crowd trying to rally the troops here, as that's also not icing, as it looks like it deflected off a stick, which is good for Jack Hughes because he chased down the loose puck, although he just lost it to Jesper Brad, who gets it over to Matthias Ekholm. He casually plays it in, and it's a wholesale change for the Swedes. 5 minutes to go, Razor, in a 2-1 game.
I've liked Jack Hughes' game a lot tonight. He's played just over 18 minutes. He's +1 on the night. He's had 4 shots on goal. He's done a really good job moving his feet, getting in on opportunities.
Fox gets it in, goes around the net, comes out the near side, where it's just chipped out by Jonas Brodin. 4:40 to go now. Fox at center, staring into a gold Swedish wall. Puck is along the far boards. They scrum along for it. Tick-tock goes the clock. The Swedes don't care. They win the scrum. And then Dowling gets it again to the line, but not out. Now it's brought out to center by Lucas Raymond. Eventually, no soldier outlives 1,000 chances.
Oh, they're giving him an icing on that one, Steve. Whoa, whoa. That was very close. Sweden won't be happy about that one. That was within an inch of the red line with a player right on top of them. But from the Team USA point of view, they happily will take this.
4:13 to go. When we talk about a game of inches, I think that's a game of inch, like you said. Well, you've got the Bugs Bunny eyes, so you saw it. Face-off, won by the U.S. Off the draw, Kyle Connor on a set play. His shot is blocked, and now it's knocked to center by Adrian Kempe. Werenski trying to feed Nelson, broken up, and Forsberg brings it back. Under 4 to go. Forsberg with a shot, and he can shoot the puck. He almost caught Ottinger. Rebound in front of Ottinger with his best 2 saves of the game on Victor Arvidsson. Oh my, what an opportunity there. Forsberg behind the net. He thought about doing the Michigan. That's been fun to see, at least attempt. Rolled off his stick, clear to the line, and there's big Victor Hedman with the poise to keep it in and make a play. A lot of people would have said, retreat, retreat. He didn't do that, Razor.
Great read by him, because Team USA is on a longer chain. They're going to need a change. Won't be able to get on the offense, so he holds the line a little bit longer than he usually would.
Carlson back to his own zone. Bank pass off the Geico sign. And Hedman does get it out to Nylander. U.S. does get a change in. 3:05 to go here. Puck ends up on Miller's stick in the far corner. Out to Jack Hughes coming off the bench. Hedman has it now to Nylander. He sends one to the far side, but once again the Swedes can't get it out. Finally, they do knock it to center, and Nylander with speed brings it in. William Nylander, left wing. Curls away from Slavin. Does it again. Loses the handle. Here comes the U.S. Hughes. 2-on-2. Near side for Gensel with a shot. Eriksson makes a save. And he smartly, that's like winning a draw. He plays a puck.
100%. The guys were yelling at him. You want to get rid of that one. Sweden has only 2 guys underneath the hash marks. Headsy play by Eriksson.
2:15 to go here as the Swedes playing time and score. Lucas Raymond gets it out. Hanifin up to Larkin, who just chips it in, turning over his stick. Puck comes to the far side, where Lucas Raymond brings it out, actually shoots it, thinking to the bench. It doesn't matter, he was in the neutral zone, so 2:01 to go, 2-1 Sweden.
Yeah, he just taken 3 steps out of the side of the blue line, so no issues. We're just getting another look at those 2 great saves by Jake Ottinger. First was the rocket from Forsberg that I oohed about, just a wrister from 50 feet, but it was an absolute laser. And then the 2 saves in front. Arvidsson going between his legs on the second one. Huge job saving the game by Jake Ottinger. Only 6 shots here in the third period. He's had enough. Jake Ottinger's had it. He wanted to get to the bench, but Coach Sullivan tells him to get back in. Wait to see if they can win this draw here in the neutral zone.
Would you pull him here?
I not with 2 minutes left. I'm okay with winning this draw and then sending them like they are now.
And that's what's happening. All hands on deck, under 2 to go. Puck is cleared to the line, kept in by Werenski at the left point. Throws it into the right wing corner. Eichel knocks it to Boldy, who plays it to Miller. Back to Werenski at the left point. Jack Hughes to Werenski. Far side for Jack Eichel in the left wing circle. Eichel down low to Gensel. Loses it to Anderson. Has a chance to get it out again. Fails to do so. Hughes, right wing circle. Time and space. Looking for a stick in front of the net. Doesn't work. Tries it again. Shoots it wide as Boldy either broke or lost his stick. So that's a break for the Swedes. Stoppage, 1:22 to go. And do you think there'll be a timeout here?
This feels like a pretty good time to get a timeout from Team USA. Coach Quinn, assistant coach Quinn, is down right along the boards. He's got the whiteboard. They're going to take their time, and then Coach Sullivan calls the timeout. Both teams will retreat to their benches and talk it over with 1:22 left. What a job by Sam Harrison. You asked earlier in the game to start this game, what's everybody playing for? And we talked about Sam Harrison and going into this final stretch with the Philadelphia Flyers, what he can do. And he's come in and filled in admirably after Jacob Markstrom coming out 2 weeks ago with the MCL injury. Harrison's the fill-in for Markstrom, and now gets the opportunity to play after Gustafsson and Linus Ullmark have issues. He's filled in admirably and looking at trying to get the Trey Kroner's first win of the tournament.
And what about the mental mindset? The first shot basically goes in, and now I have to sit there and weather a storm, and I honestly can't believe it. If you would have told me this would be the situation with a $1:22 to go, well, there's betting in hockey. I would have made a bet against that theory.
It's a great point. It's a great job. Not just Harrison, but the entire team Sweden. And we know that they hang in. We know how competitive they are. We know how many Stanley Cups they've been a part of on all the different teams and how influential the Swedes are and how respected they are. And they've shown that to this point tonight where they battled through. And Sam Harrison's at the top of that list because he came in under difficult circumstances in a difficult barn, giving up a goal in the first shift, and now here we are.
1:22 face-off to his left. Eichel against Joel Eriksson-Ek. The Wild centerman wins the draw, but Miller gets to the puck, sends it back to the point to Werenski. Near side for Eichel. Shooting, save, rebound, comes to the line, and sent to the empty net, but wide by Jesper Bratt. He had the game on his stick, but he misses from 162 feet.
And what a play to hold up. He could have had maybe a lane, faked Werenski out, hit the brakes, and a guy like Jesper Bratt misses that maybe 2 out of 100. That's like you or I passing it from the hash marks into the net.
Yeah, he knows. He looked to the sky. Face-off won by the U.S. Here's Eichel. Far corner. Setting up. Back to Miller at the left point. There's the announcement. Under a minute to go in regulation. Eichel, left wing circle. Bump played again, so comes to Nylander. He can't get it out. Miller won the puck battle. Werenski at the point. Near side for Hughes. 45 seconds to go in regulation. Hughes in the right wing circle. To Werenski with a shot through a screen. Rebound to Miller. Centers it in front of the net. Loose puck in front. Bratt has it again. Skates it out. Will he go for the empty net? He does again, but it goes off the stick of Eichel and out of play. Eichel may have saved the game right there.
He certainly did. Bratt wasn't missing that the second time it played. What a wonderful job. Not only just in front of the net of Harrison, the defense did a great job. Hedman blocking shots. He's down on all four, but Bratt using his skill, his skating, his edges, again to fake Werenski out, and it is Eichel who gets a stick in at the last second to have that puck go up and over. Jake Onders back in the net for the neutral zone faceoff here.
30 seconds to go. Lindholm against Eichel. Lindholm wins the draw to Hedman. He gains the red line, and that's a Ray Guy. Punt. Remember Ray Guy?
Beautiful wedge. That is a beautiful wedge into the corner.
Back comes Hughes the other way. To Miller, in front of the net, looking for Eichel, doesn't work. 12 seconds to go. Eichel in the far corner, has Boldy in front. Werenski with a shot, off a leg. 5 seconds to go. It comes out. And there's the horn, and the game is over as Eichel is shot right at the horn. The green light was on, so it wouldn't have counted. Samuel Ersson makes 31 saves. USA loses to Sweden. Hopefully the injury situation won't be a factor for Thursday.
Exactly. That's a story. As much as frustrating it is for a lot of the fans hitting the exits right now, as much as it's frustrating for Jake Ottinger not getting his Team USA victory here, the real story over the next 2 days for this group was going to be the injuries. Brady Tkachuk leaving this game, the guys that didn't start the game, the McAvoys, the Matthew Tkachuks, and how they bounce back over the next 2 days.
Full credit to Samuel Ersson.
Yes.
And you mentioned it, losing overtime, and win. Kind of feels like they did better than they did.
Correct. The only team to get points in every game in this tournament.
You're right.
The only team to stay in each of these games in this tournament, and they're the ones going home at this point. But certainly a gutsy effort from this group here in the final day of their tournament.
Fraser, this was a great doubleheader day. Now we can just chill.